Hello, Internet! Whether you are just coming off of a very difficult loss in one of life's challenges, or you are just excited to come back in and play some more, today's a new day, and now it's time to play. Chess, that is. Let's get right into it. This is day 4 of us trying to get better at this game. You know the drill. We are just going to bounce back from anything and keep trying to discover new things as we go. As always, my favorite opening is e4, and we do the typical responses here. There's a lot of ways that this can go by, but usually, of course, they play knight c6. Now, I really like this position. There's a lot of freedom to choose what you want to do. A long time ago, I tried playing the Scotch game. Sometimes I tried playing the Italian game. Those were the two very first ones that I experimented with. Now I'm trying to get more comfortable playing the Ruy Lopez here. This opening is very complicated, but I like to exchange. And it's just so that the game becomes very fundamental chess. If you know the theory of this opening, you'll see that happen very soon. He doesn't want me to trade this yet, so I will just castle. This meanie won't let me play the game I want to play, but it's to be expected. It's a constant lesson of you don't always get what you would like, but there's plenty of ways around it. Plenty of ways to the top of the mountain. And he kicks me, so I will probably just try to keep my hold here. And you'll notice that I'm actually leading in time because this is probably the opening as white that I'm most comfortable playing. It doesn't mean that I play it well, it just means that I like to see it. Sometimes chess is more psychological than purely logical, and you do better just when you do things that you're more comfortable with. This time is no different. Always good to have something that you can rely on and sort of manipulate to your liking. This is an ugly way to start, but maybe we can make something out of nothing. Let's see. So right now he wants to trade off everything, and this is just so that that I have this open line on my king, and I don't want that. But usually this cannot be avoided, so I'm just going to keep pushing forward, I think is the right move here. Actually not. It might be to bring the bishop here. And now I have to decide whether I want to trade this, which I probably will, although it's not always our favorite thing to do. So we have captures, captures, a lot of capturing today. And yes, as much as I would have rather not had this, I could not avoid it right now. And what will I do? Well, now he's attacking this pawn, and I can't really save it, so that is unfortunate. Well, I can't really save it, that is, without counterattacking. So it's nice to have a pawn so deep in the position. Sometimes it just takes a bit of creativity to get it there. I could put the rook here, but I expect that he will just double up here, and it's going to be hard to defend this. What else could I try? I could try moving this here, and then if he comes there, I can try holding. And then once this capture happens, I can bring the knight in, so it's a pawn sacrifice, but he will have 2 pawns, usually that's a weakness, and I have some form of development that I didn't have before. Okay, so he lays off. He probably wants to go here. He wants to make it difficult for me to, kick his knight away from here. And also, this is a very nice attack for him. I don't like that. If I choose to move the rook back, it's kind of bad because I have to move the rook 2 times. But it would be hard for him to defend this, because I can just keep pressuring it, sort of. I think this actually might be the right move. Well, we'll see. So he decides to defend it that way, and I want to make it hard for him. At the very least, I will undouble my pawns, which is nice. And now there's no more attack on this, so I might be able to use the knight in some way here. Maybe I can move here to try to get to the bishop and make it uncomfortable. But then I would just lose this here, wouldn't I? I could capture here, but then the bishop will probably secure the position. Oh no, actually this is a playable move. He has to capture here. If he takes it with the bishop, I will just pin him, because the rook is pinning the king. So yes, he has to sort of make this uncomfortable for himself here. Now what do I want to do? Do I want to push here? Do I want to bring my bishop here? There's a lot of things you can try. I think he will probably castle. Let's start with this. So he goes there with the idea of checking me. I don't want that, so I will move. Should I go up 1? I kind of don't want to be on the dark squares because he does have a bishop, and also this rook is probably going to be gunning this down soon. Might be best to go here. Oh no, I've made a terrible mistake. Yep, this was a very nice pin, but there was not much I could do about it. I guess I could have moved the rook here. That probably would have been best. And then if he checked me, then it wouldn't have been so bad. So, my mistake. Maybe I can win something back. We'll see. Oh, but if he takes me here, it's check, which is not good. So I have to move the bishop here. Takes. Okay. And it's not a nice position, but, we do have some dangerous pawns, so we're kind of just playing this game like it's a fun game and seeing how far we can get. These pawns are going to be menacing, but I don't really have a lot of compensation for an extra rook. And one that's coming here quickly is very dangerous. There are a few things you could try. I can't move this knight. I really want to keep this pawn safe. Maybe try counterattack? Okay. So now we might be able to use this knight. Oh, but no, he would hurt my bishop there. That's not good. Push. So first there's a check. You can't take this. One thing to do would be to try to be safe, but that's also dangerous if the rook comes here. I mean, I guess if I move up, it would be the same problem, but we'll see. we've got to move one of these spots. I don't want to get rechecked, so probably here. Let's just try that for now. Okay, he takes my pawn here. What can I do about this? If I move this here, he might just defend the bishop. Yeah, this is a bit harder than I would like. Okay, let's just try it. At the very least, this would weaken this pawn if I can manage to push these somehow. I could also just go back. Is taking this too early? It might be too early. I could try pushing this. Yeah, but I think I'm too low on material. I think his two rooks are just going to be too strong. Even if we trade off all of our stuff, it still probably wouldn't be nice. Yeah, he's going to move here just to make sure that I can't connect these. And that's kind of bad. I could try something else. Maybe I can try bringing the knight here. Let's go. He wants my pawn. Okay. Oh, I didn't see this. This is probably going to be checkmate pretty soon if I don't protect that. And if I move here, I will also lose the bishop, so this is just terrible. Yeah, I think the game is over. Not much I can do here. I could try bring it back, but he will of course take me here, and then I'm just down too much. Oh, he didn't even take me there. I guess he didn't even see his own move. Works for me, I guess? But not really, because I'm kind of down a lot. Yeah, I'm probably just down too much. I lost my only strength here. So, kind of hard to eke out a win from here. There are a few ideas that don't seem that good. But I'll play until I run out of time. And yeah, I can't really do much about this. After this check and some other things, it just won't be very good. I could try bringing the knight in, but it won't really do anything. Okay, we try this. I'm out of time. At this point, it doesn't really matter. Well, good game. At least I lost on time and not by pure checkmate. But, yeah. it would have been checkmate pretty soon anyways. Well, that's it for this one. Catch you guys in the next one.